Namaste everyone, welcome back. I hope you guys are all doing well. So today's video is going to be a continuation of the video that came out last week on the channel, which was all about grooming tips and habits that you can basically inculcate in your everyday routines so that you can look more groomed and brushed up. If you haven't watched that video, I'll have it linked right above here so you guys can go ahead and check it out. And today's video, which is part 2 of the same series, is going to talk all about the things that you can incorporate in terms of fashion, in terms of how you can present yourself, in terms of improving your posture so that you look more put together overall. So this video in conjunction to that video are going to be my package of tips encapsulated together for you guys to look and be your absolute best self. But before we dive in, please make sure that you like, share, subscribe and hit the notification bell down there so you're notified every time we have a new video on the channel. Also, don't forget to connect with me on all my social media accounts. And now, what are we waiting for? Let's get started. It's a common misconception that to look a certain way or to carry a certain aesthetic, you have to have a lot of money and you have to invest in expensive clothes and expensive jewelry, when that is actually not the truth. You can look just as presentable and beautiful if you have a few tips and tricks up your sleeve, which I am going to be sharing with you today. So the first thing that I have seen a lot of people not paying enough attention to is ironing their clothes. Now you will be surprised to know just how many people do not bother to iron their clothes before they are stepping out of their homes. It is so important to be wearing crisp and ironed clothes. It makes such a difference to your overall personality that you won't even believe. If you wear shabby clothes or if you wear crinkled and wrinkled clothes, it actually implies that you are a very careless person and you don't really, pay attention to the way that you are presenting yourself, hence implying that perhaps you are not a serious person in your life either, whether it comes to work or whether it comes to your daily activities as well. If at all you have a garment which you feel cannot be ironed because it could potentially stick to the iron base or you do not have a steam iron, the best way to do it is to actually rinse the cloth in plain water and then put it out in the sun to dry on a string without any wrinkles whatsoever. The garment should be properly stretched out. So drying out your clothes evenly is also another way how you can achieve a similar kind of look. Another thing which I see so many people doing is that they fold their clothes and then put it in their cupboards, which is absolutely fine. And whenever they take those clothes out of their closet, there are these two really obnoxious looking lines which are formed on their clothes and they look so distasteful, so dreadful. So please just take out 2 seconds and ensure that you do not have those lines across your clothes. If you want to get rid of them, the best way to do it is actually using a hanger to keep your clothes. But if you do like folding your clothes and storing them in your cupboards, then whenever you're taking them out to wear, please just take out 15 seconds to remove those creases and you'll be good to go. Now as Indians, we all love to eat, don't we? But how many times are we careful enough to not let the food stain our clothes? A number of times we might be eating our favorite curry, our favorite dessert, and we end up dropping a little bit of it on our clothes. And so many times we tend to think that nobody is really paying attention to it. Kiska dhyan jayega? But trust me, it becomes the center of attention of your outfit, especially if you're wearing something light. So whenever you're eating, just be a little careful so that you don't end up dropping or staining your clothes. Ensure that the table is not too far away from where you are sitting. Make sure that you are sitting a little close to the table so that if at all you drop something, it does not go on your clothes directly, but it actually falls onto the plate. Point number 2 is sporting a little bit of jewelry with whatever you're wearing. Now you'll be surprised to see the huge difference that jewelry makes to whichever outfit you're wearing. If you're wearing a plain shirt and a jeans and you're just going out to hang out with your friends casually, just throw in a pair of perhaps silver hoops or golden hoops and you will see it transforms your outfit instantly. You start looking so much more polished, so much more elegant, and it makes it look like you have put in so much effort into dressing up, but in reality you have literally just thrown a pair of hoops. Jewelry does make a world of difference. You guys can instantly tell the difference if I take off my jewelry right now. And you guys can see that without the jewelry, I look very bland and mundane. Whereas on the other side, when I have worn jewelry, I look very young and vivacious, and it actually makes it look like I have put in so much effort into dressing up when I'm literally wearing the same outfit in both the clips. Now it's not essential to throw in a lot of jewelry. Something as basic as silver hoops or golden hoops would do the job just fine. You can find them anywhere in local markets or or on websites like Amazon, Flipkart at throwaway prices really. Hoops are something which are absolutely foolproof. I keep saying it in all of my videos. This is basically the motto of this channel. Indian wear, Western wear, whatever you're wearing, just throw on a pair of hoops and you'll be good to go. Hoops are 100% foolproof accessories. Any jewelry in silver or gold would do. Even pearls like this look very elegant and very classy, so you can also invest in pearls if you would like. Pearl hoops also look very beautiful and very elegant. Another thing that you can try are bracelets. Now you again will get bracelets on any online store at very cheap prices or also at your local stores. But if you do not want to invest in bracelets, something like this would really look very nice. This is a watch that I've had for a very long time, so you can go for watches, you can go for bracelets. Layered necklaces are also something that you can try. They look very nice and very elegant. They come stacked in as a set of 2 or 3 necklaces, so whichever design you guys like most, you can go for that. I also have a few layered necklaces which I will show you guys right over here. So just try to incorporate 1 or 2 pieces of jewelry and you'll be amazed by the amount of difference that it makes. Now point number 3 is about hair. I do not really believe in straightening, curling or blow drying hair a lot because I'm aware of the amount of damage that it can cause to your hair. Even I am not a fan of straightening or blow drying my hair every now and then. Even back in college, I used to do it about once or maybe twice a month max, not more than that. But now I just like sticking to the actual texture of my hair. I do not believe in getting a lot of chemical treatments done in my hair as well. I could get 1,000 chemical treatments done in my hair, but it is not going to alter the actual DNA that my hair has. Whatever treatment I get done, it is only going to act right here from the follicle till the ends of my hair. So when my hair actually grows back, it will eventually end up having the same texture. So I will continuously have to keep subjecting my hair to more chemical treatments and eventually it will lead to a lot of damage, which is why I just like sticking to the natural texture that my hair has. Of course, I like styling my hair once in a while, perhaps once in like 6 months when there is a really big occasion, but not more than that really. So what I do to tame the frizz in my hair, because I have really wavy and curly hair, and especially in the summer season my hair tends to get so frizzy. I basically become Monica from one of those episodes in Friends, so you guys know how frizzy my hair is. And the only product that I use to tame the frizz in my hair is not a hairspray, not a hair gel or wax, because I know they are loaded with chemicals, but something as simple as this. This, if you guys do not know, is an aloe vera leaf. So what I do is I dig in my fingers right here in the aloe vera leaf and take out a little bit of the gel right here, and then I put it on my hair. Wherever I have the frizz, I will just try to tame the frizz with the aloe vera gel. If I want more, I can just dig in and get some more and just keep applying it on my hair till my hair is in place. Now I'm not a fan of using a lot of artificial products either on my face or my hair. I am very conscious of the kind of products that I put on my skin or my hair, which is why I believe that aloe vera is your best friend. Whether it comes to hair, your skin, just whatever, aloe vera is the answer. Now another thing that I used to do a lot back in the days when we had to go out, the good old days when COVID did not exist, was to apply a little bit of talcum powder in my hair in the form of dry shampoo. So if I hadn't washed my hair, what I used to do was to take some talcum powder just one night before, and I used to put it right in my roots and massage it nicely so that the talcum powder could absorb all the excess oil that was there in my scalp, and then I just used to go to sleep. Of course, my hair would end up looking white, but overnight the talcum powder would get its time to absorb all the oil in my hair, and the next day when I would wake up, I wouldn't have a trace of talcum powder in my hair, and I was good to go without having to shampoo my hair. So this is another thing that you can try, but please don't get used to it. Go ahead and wash your hair, clean your scalp. Don't just keep putting on talcum powder on it. It needs to be clean. This is just something that you can try if you have an emergency the next day, if you have a very important event but you do not have the time to shampoo your hair. This is definitely going to come in very handy for you. Point number 4 plays a pivotal role in actually accentuating your personality, which is having the right posture. Now, I have been working on my posture since the last 2 or 3 weeks when I came across this video from FitTuber where he talked about how having a good posture is extremely important, and I subconsciously always knew about it, but I was just too lazy to actually implement it in my life. Now, for having a good posture, you have to ensure that you are always sitting straight, your shoulders are squared up like this, and you are not slouching. Slouching makes you look extremely sloppy. Now imagine if I was slouching and sitting like this in front of you guys and telling you guys tips about how you can look better or how you can groom yourself. Would you guys feel that I am confident, or would you guys be taking me seriously if I was sitting like this? Sure, this posture is more comfortable, but when you actually start correcting your posture and start sitting upright, you will eventually get the hang of it and start sitting straight subconsciously. So start correcting your posture, start correcting your body language. Do not slouch all the time. Make sure that you are sitting upright, and it will eventually lead to a massive difference in your confidence and presentation. Moving on to the last point, which is the mantra, less is more. Always remember, in terms of makeup or jewelry, try to keep things minimal and balanced. Now, first talking about makeup, imagine that I'm wearing a really nice and bold smoky eye. I'm also wearing really bright and red lipstick, and at the same time, I have a lot of blush going on my cheeks as well. It's going to make me look like that woman from the 101 Dalmatians movie. So in terms of makeup, if you have a lot of drama going on over your eyes, make sure that you keep the rest of your makeup as minimal as possible and let your eyes be the showstopper of that look. Similarly, if you have a bright, bold red, maroon or a brown lip, ensure that the entire makeup is very nice, dewy and subtle. The same rule applies to jewelry as well. So if you're wearing really huge danglers and really massive earrings, ensure that you are not wearing any other accessories on yourself, because then it is going to take the attention away from your beautiful earrings, and you don't want that, right? If you're going for an Indian attire, avoid wearing everything like a mang tikka, earrings and necklaces all together. Try to take off just one piece of them, so you can go for maybe a mang tikka and earrings or a mang tikka and necklace and earrings, just whatever works best for you. A lot of jewelry or a lot of makeup can look very confusing to the other person. So try to have a good balance between both your makeup and accessories. So did you see that just by tweaking a few things here and there, we were able to achieve such a massive transformation? Self-grooming and looking put together go hand in hand, and you do not have to spend a fortune or a ton of money to look a certain way. So I hope that you guys found these 10 tips to be helpful. 5 tips from the self-grooming video, which was part 1, and 5 tips from this video, which is part 2. So with that, it's a wrap for this week's video, guys. I really hope that you guys were able to take away a few things from this video. Please try inculcating a few things from this video, if not all of them, and you will see your style game transforming in literally no time. So if you did like this video, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and drop your comments down below about which tip was your favorite and where you actually were faltering. I believe for the most part, I was faltering with my posture, and I did not have the right posture for the longest time. So let me know in the comments down below which tips you guys are going to try, and also don't forget to connect with me on all my social media accounts. The handles are all right in front of you. And before we go, the absolute best way of showing your support for this channel is to subscribe and like this video, because the more you subscribe, the more you like these videos, the more YouTube pushes out these videos and this channel grows. So that's it for this week's video, and I shall see you very soon in my next one. Bye!